In the golden age of late 80s R&B, love songs dominated the radio. Slow jams defined relationships, and harmony groups was the soundtrack to heartbreaks. There was one group that quietly ruled the charts without excitement, controversies, or the attention that they deserved. There was hitmakers, songwriters, and producers. There was fighting record label politics, industry shifts, and the slow disappearance of the R&B group era itself. This is the story of the smoothest R&B trio of the late 80s, as well as one of music history's most underappreciated acts. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Surface. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Surface was founded in New Jersey in 1983 by David Pitt Conley, David Townsend, and Everett Collins, along with Conley's girlfriend, Karen Copeland, on vocals. David Townsend was the son of the late singer-songwriter Ed Townsend. Townsend was also a member of the band Port Authority in the 70s. Conley was the bassist of the funk band Mandrill until 1981. Townsend and Conley met while Townsend was a member of a Los Angeles band during the 70s. During the 70s, Townsend was a friend and colleague of a drummer and lyricist, Everett Collins, who collaborated with the Isley Brothers and founded the band Sunrise, which was produced by the Isley Brothers that also included David Townsend on guitar. They soon became EMI's represented songwriters, penning new additions, Let's Be Friends, and Sister Sled's You're Fine. Encouraged by their success, the group dubbed themselves Surface and began recording their own material. They released several post-disco, early 1980s style songs under that name. Surface released their debut song, Falling in Love, in 1983, and it reached number 84 on the R&B charts. Falling in love with you. A year later, they released their second single, When Your Ex Wants You Back, that peaked number 52 on the UK charts. Around this time, Copeland and Conley broke up, and she departed the group. The band needed a new vocalist, and in 1984, Conley and Townsend met Bernard Jackson. The trio began creating music together, crafting tunes that would feature the next female lead vocalist. According to Conley, after auditioning numerous of ladies, the group never found another girl. After failing to locate a new female lead singer, Jackson took over as lead. The group was then focused about recording their first full-length album. The trio moved to Los Angeles, California in search for more mainstream success. Columbia Records, Larkin Arnold, heard the song Let's Try Again and decided to sign the band, releasing the song as a single in 1986. I can't describe. Jackson also met Brian Simpson in 1986, and they made a demo tape of the song that he written that was called The First Time. He was confident that the song would be a smash and hired a recording studio to provide the greatest professional circumstances for the music. Their self-titled first album was released in 1986, and it featured two hit singles, with Happy that peaked number 2 on the R&B charts, Wipe the tears away the first time, and Lately that peaked number 8 on the R&B charts. Forever you and me, only you can make. The band's follow-up second album was titled Second Wave, and it was released in 1988. It included some of the group's most successful hits, including I Miss that peaked number 3 on the R&B charts, What I'm Going Through, Closer Than Friends, which was the group's first number 1 success, staying on top of the R&B charts for 2 weeks. I must admit. This song was followed by Can We Spend Some Time, that peaked number 5 on the R&B charts.
When you're close to me, I get a warm sensation
Which was followed by You're My Everything. Now this song featured prominent R&B singer Regina Belle, and the song topped the charts for 2 weeks.
I'm together all alone.
While the album's biggest success, Shower Me With Your Love, went gold, selling over 500,000 copies, reaching number 1 on the R&B charts and number 5 on the pop charts. The song The First Time was originally recorded by Jackson in 1986, and it was featured on the band's third album, 3D, in 1990. It was a hit. It achieved gold sales status and became the group's biggest hit to date. The album also had another hit with the song All I Want Is You that peaked number 8 on the R&B charts. Surface recorded A World of Our Own, which was featured as a theme song for the romance sequel Return to the Blue Lagoon.
A time so sweet, so clear.
Surface was defining the smooth sound of the late 80s R&B. The group's music wasn't about trends. That was about feelings, heartbreak, commitment, and devotion. Their harmonies was understated. Their productions was elegant, and their lyrics felt personal. This was grown man R&B. They became staples on Quiet Storm radios, wedding playlists, and slow jams compilations. Surface signed to Columbia Records. At first, the label believed in them, but by the early 90s, everything changed. New Jack Swing took over. Hip-hop became more dominant, and younger R&B groups emerged. Surface, they didn't fit the new image. They wasn't dancers, and they wasn't teen idols. They was musicians in a youth-driven industry. Their follow-up albums received less promotion. Radio support faded and their momentum slowed down. Not because the music declined, but because the business moved on. Surface split when Jackson and Townsend quit the group in 1994. By 1998, they reformed and released the album Love Zone. And a few years later, they announced a return to live appearances with Conley, Jackson, Townsend, and Collins. This effort was abruptly canceled with Townsend, who was 50 years old, was found unalive at his home on October 26, 2005 of unknown causes. His passing happened almost 2 years after the passing of his father, Ed Townsend. Now, Surface, they didn't just make love songs. They helped define an era. Their sound lives on in Quiet Storm radios, 80s R&B ballads, and modern neo soul. They influenced a generation of singers and producers who grew up on their records. But history didn't give them the same respect as other groups. Surface was smooth, consistent, and quietly brilliant. They never burnt out. They were just simply pushed aside. If you ever felt something while listening to their music, then that proves that Surface was never forgotten. They were just simply overlooked. As of 2024, Bernard Jackson performs under the name Surface featuring Bernard Jackson, and you can catch them at a city near you. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by Surface? Before I go, I want to take a second to promote my Discord. Over here, I provide a safe space for my supporters. We discuss music of all genres. You can provide me feedback on recent uploads, etc. If that interests you, then go ahead and check me out. The link is in my bio. While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.